Hello guys, this is Karthik from Team Sookshmas. Today I'm going to discuss about solution for placement activity questions. And this is the first question, public class Sookshmas 1 and execution of the program begin from the main method. And here I have created the string builder object and also I have created the string object. And here we need to insert the code over here. And what exactly the output we should get it at the end is you should get an output of 10 followed by Sookshmas and 10 followed by the Sookshmas. So here you have to insert the code. This is the first option, s dot append followed by the Sookshmas, and s1 is equal to s1 dot concatenate followed by the Sookshmas, and this is the second option, s dot concatenate followed by the Sookshmas. S1 is equal to s1 dot concatenate followed by the Sookshmas. This is the third option, s dot append followed by the Sookshmas and with a semicolon. S1 is equal to S1 plus S1 dot concatenate followed by the Sookshmas. This is the fourth option, S dot concatenate followed by the Sookshmas and with a semicolon. S1 is equal to S1 plus S1 dot concatenate followed by the Sookshmas. So here you need to insert the code. I will show the final output. If you are trying to run, if you want to get the desired output like 10 followed by the Sookshmas and 10 followed by the Sookshmas, you have to insert the first option. So why? Because here I have created the string builder object and here I have created the string object, and you need to use append operation. Predefined method support for the string builder. You need to go for the append operation for the string builder or string buffer. Then after that, if you are trying to print, so that you will get the 10 followed by the Sookshmas. After that, one more 10 followed by the Sookshmas if you want to achieve and want to display it on the screen. So in the case of string, you need to go for the concatenate operation. S1 dot concatenate followed by the Sookshmas. After that, you have to assign for the S1. Then only it will be displayed S10 dot followed by the Sookshmas. So this append for the string buffer and the string builder and concatenate for the string. We'll go for the next question. This is the second question, public class and Sookshmas 2 and execution of the program. Begin from the main method and int k is equal to 10, boolean d1 is equal to true and boolean d2 is equal to false. And this is the condition if k is equal to 3 and what's the k value, 10 is equal to 3, it's a false, no need to check for the other condition. Then after that, which statement will be executed? Definitely this statement, this is a simple if condition. This statement may not be executed. Definitely it will print the spring. Then after that, it will go for the second condition, second if condition. And what is the D2 value? D2 value is here is the false, correct? And here, what will happen here? D2 is false, but what we are doing here, we are assigning true to the D2. Initial value as D2 is false, then you are assigning true to the D2, then it's become true. And condition means we should check the both the condition. Then this is the completely true, and we need to check for the D1. D1 is absolutely true, this condition is absolutely true. The both the condition is true, then it will print the Hibernate. Okay, then we'll go for the practical implementation for this code. So this is the code. And this is the code. The same thing here. We are checking the condition 10 equal to 3. Then condition false, absolutely it will print the spring. And this is the next condition. We are assigning true to the D. Then absolutely this condition is true. Then and condition, both the condition we need to check. What's the D1 value? D1 value is true. So definitely it will print the Hibernate. So what's the answer? Answer is Java, spring followed by the Hibernate. And go with these options. So this is what the second option is the correct. And spring followed by the Hibernate. So we go for the next question. So this is the next question, interface Sookshmas. Then this is the class followed by the A that is implements the Sookshmas, and this is the class B that is extends the A. And this is class D that is extend from the class B, and execution of the program begin from this class, and public class Sookshmas 3 and public static void main execution of the program begin from the main method. And here I have created the object for the class called B, and here we need to insert the code, which code inserted at this line which causes the class cast exception. Okay, and these are all the some of the options. Sookshmas S is equal to B and Sookshmas S is equal to D is the class, and followed by the B is the reference belongs to the class called the B. And here Sookshmas S is equal to A followed by the B, and B S is equal to we are typecasting for the B also as well as the class A also. This is the reference belongs to the class called B. And this is the code. Then I will go with the implementation. So we have to insert the code over here. Which code is suitable? Okay. So which code will cause the class cast exception? Okay, we'll check the first one. See, if you go for this code, then if I am trying to run this code, there is no output. Why? Because I am not calling any methods, also no implementation. Then I will go for the second. I will comment the first one. Then I will go with the second one. If you are trying to run this code, so you will get the class cast exception. What exactly the class cast exception is? So this is the point you have to remember with respect to the class cast exception. When we are trying to cast an object of the parent class to the its child type, then a class cast exception will be arises. I will repeat once again. When we are trying to cast an object of the parent, just remember this is what we are created as an object of the parent. This is the class B. Then you are cast to the its child type. D is belongs to the its child type. See, this is the parent class reference, correct? Object of the parent class. Okay, we are typecast to the child type. And in this case, you will get the class cast exception. This is the point you have to remember with respect to the class cast exception. How the class cast exception arises, this is the point you have to remember when you are trying to cast an object of the parent class to its child class type, then you will get the class cast exception. Then if you are checked with the third option, so again if you are trying to check with the third options, so there is no class cast exception. If you are trying to check with the fourth option also, here is also it's built successful. This is the answer for the third question. And we'll go for the fourth question. This is the fourth question. This is an abstract class Sookshmas 4 and abstract void phi. This is an abstract method and this is an abstract class. This is the concrete method void force. Here I'm trying to print the Java stack. And this is the derived class. This is the class. Yes, derived class Mysore, that is extend from the parent class called Sookshmas 4. And here we have a method called phi. Here I'm trying to print the 50k. Here also one more method is there, void location. Here we are trying to print the value called Mysore. This is the one more class. This is what class Bangalore, that is extend from the Mysore. And here is also we have a method called phi. Here we are trying to print the 60k. And execution of the program begin from the main method. And here find out the valid example of the polymorphic method call. Here we need to insert. So find out the valid example of polymorphic method call. And here these are the some of the options. Sookshmas 4S is equal to new Mysore, Bangalore B is equal to new Bangalore, Mysore S1 is equal to new Mysore, and Sookshmas S4, S2 is equal to new Sookshmas 4. So this is what you need to check with the find out the valid example for the polymorphic method call. So which one is the valid example for the polymorphic method call? So this is the code. We are not calling any method over here. This is we need to find out some of the valid polymorphic method call, or you can say dynamic method dispatch. So valid example is, this is the first one is the valid example. Why? Because we need to follow the upcasting concept over here. So Sookshmas 4, and this is the one abstract class, and S is equal to new Mysore. In object you are created for the class, derived class, and this is what the valid one. Creating the reference for the parent class and object for the derived class. And here is also we can do see directly creating an object for the Bangalore class, and here also directly creating an object for the Mysore, And the valid polymorphic method call, you need to follow the upcasting concept. You need to follow the upcasting. And here the last option is Sookshmas 4 S2 is equal to new Sookshmas 4. We are unable to create an object for the abstract class. That is entirely wrong. And the valid one is you need to follow the upcasting. Reference for the parent and object for the derived. This is the valid example for the polymorphic method call. This is all about your Java questions. Now I'm going to discuss about the C question. This is the first C question. Int main, int k is equal to 0, int m is equal to 3. This is the while loop, and k is equal to 10, comma m is equal to 3. Here I'm trying to print the value of Sookshmas, and again I'm reassigning the value k value to the 20 and m to the 0. And predicting output of the following code. These are some of the options: compile time error, Sookshmas, and infinite time it prints the Sookshmas. And the fourth option is 10 followed by the 3 will be displayed on the screen. So we'll go for the execution of the first code. And this is the code. Now if you are trying to run this code, so you will get an output of Sookshmas will be printed infinite times. Then I will give an explanation for this code now. Now k is equal to 0 and m is equal to 3. And here we are assigning 10 to the k. Then absolutely this is two expression which is present inside the while loop. And two expressions are there. First expression is absolutely true, and we are going to check the second expression is 3. Then absolutely it's a completely true. Then it will print the Sookshmas. Again we are reassigning 20 to the k and 0 to the m. Again when it reaches the while loop, again we are reassigning 10 to the k and 3 to the m. Absolutely this condition is true. Absolutely it will print the Sookshmas as an infinite time. Suppose in the same code, if I change it to the 0 over here, so absolutely condition become false here only. Two expressions are there. First expression is true and it will check the second expression. Second expression is false. Then definitely there is no output. It never enter inside the while loop. It will never display anything. Suppose if you place a 1 over here, definitely the condition is a true. It will print the Sookshmas as an infinite time. This is my first question. We'll go with the second question. Answer for this: infinite times prints the Sookshmas. Then we'll go for the second question with respect to the C. Execution of the program begin from the main, and here float k is equal to 10.1 and with a semicolon. Here there was a while condition k value and equals to, then we are checking with 10.1. If it's true, definitely it will go inside. If it's false, it never gets inside. And these are some of the options. The first option is you will get the compile time error. The second option is Sookshmas, and the third option is infinite times it prints the Sookshmas, and the fourth option is a no output of this code. Then we'll go for the execution of this program. And this is the code. Now if you are trying to build and run this code, so there is no output of this code. Nothing will be displayed on the screen. Why? Because so here we are comparing 10.1 is equal to 10.1. It is not considering this one as a float point representation. So that is the reason it's never be display anything on the screen. Suppose if you want to overcome this difficulty, answer for this question is a no output. Why? Because it's unable to recognize this belongs to the float. Is unable to recognize. Then if I'm slowly change it to the 10.1 followed by you have to specify f, then it will 10.1 a floating point representation equals to the 10.1 the floating point representation. So in this case, if you are trying to run this code, so you will get an output of the Sookshmas. Why? Because now it's considered as a 10.1 which is belongs to the floating point. If you are removing the f, now the absolutely condition become the false. Now it is unable to treat it as a 10.1. It belongs to the floating point representation. So that's the reason it's not printing anything on your screen. This is the second question. So we'll go for the next question. This is the next question. Int main, execution of the program begin from the main, and int a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 3 and c. And there's a while condition. If a greater than b, then absolutely it will perform the sum of the operations. This is a post decrement and a post increment. Again, we are going to check the condition. We have using the continue keyword. And here also increment, here is also increment. Again, we are checking with the condition. If it is true, continue means continue, it will pointing to the beginning of the loop if it is true, or else it will print the, at the end it will print the value of a and b. And these are the some of the options. 9 followed by the 10, 10 followed by the 11, or else 10 followed by the 9, and 11 followed by the 10. We need to calculate the find out the value of a as well as the b. And now we'll execute this code. Now, if you are trying to run this code, the value output will be 10 and 11 will be displayed on the screen. Now, how exactly now? So we'll go with the tracing of this code, complete tracing. So what's the a value? A value is 10 and b value is 3. And first we need to check the condition. 10 greater than, value of a is 10, 10 greater than 3, then a gets decremented by 1. A value is 9, then b gets incremented by 1, b value is 4. Again, we are going to check. What's the a value? A value is 9 and the b value is 4. The condition is false. We are going for the next one. Then a is incremented by 1. What's the a value now? A value is 10 and the b value is 5. Again, we are going to check the condition. 10 greater than 5. Yes, absolutely true. Continue means it will point into the beginning of the loop. Again, here also we are checking the value of a and b. What is the updated value of a and b? 10 as well as the 5. 10 greater than 5, absolutely true. Then a gets decremented by 1 means what's the a value now? A value is 9 and b gets incremented by 1 and b value is 6. The 9 equal to 6, condition become false. Again, we are going to go with the next statement. Then now a value is incremented by 1, a value is 10 now, and b is also gets incremented by 1, b value is 7. 10 greater than 7. Okay, 10 greater than 7, condition is true. Continue means it will point into the beginning of the loop. And what's an updated value of a value is 10 and the b value is 7. Condition becomes true over here. Again, a is decremented by 1. What's the updated value of a value is 9 and b gets incremented by 1, b value is 8. Again, we are going to check the condition. Now 9 equal to 8 and condition absolutely become false, then gets incremented a value by 1. Correct. 9. What is the a value? A value is 10 and the b value is gets incremented by 1, b value is 9. Again, we are going to check the condition. 10 greater than 9, absolutely true. Continue keyword, we are pointing to the beginning of the loop. What is the updated value of a and b? A value is 10 and b value is 9. 10 greater than 9, absolutely condition is true. What's the decrement means? A value is 9, b value is 10. Again, we are going to check. 9 equal to 10, condition become false. Again, a gets incremented by 1, a value is 10 and b value is 11. Again, we need to check the condition over here. What's the a value? A value is 10, then b value is 11. 10 greater than 11, condition become false. We need to go for the else part. And what's the updated value of a value is 10 and b value is 11 will be displayed on the screen. This is the entire flow of this code. So we'll go for the next question. This is the next question. Execution of the program begin from the main method. Here the value int a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 12 and c. And here c is equal to plus a, post decrement of a, and minus b. And printf, here we are trying to display the value of a and b as well as the c. These are all the following options. It will display the value of 9, 12, minus 2. Else second option is 10, 12, minus 2. And the third option is 10, 12, minus 1. And the fourth option is I will get the compile time error. So we'll go with the practical implementation of this code. So now if you are trying to run this code, you will get an output of 9, 12 as well as the -2. How exactly? Now you have to consider the value. A value is 10, B value is 12, and this is the C is a variable. And now plus A, nothing will happen here. What's the A value here? A value is 10, 10 followed by -12. 10 value of A is 10 and -12. 10 minus 12. What is the C value? Updated C value is -2. 10 minus 12 is -2. -2 will be stored in a variable called C. What's the C value now? C value is -2 will be displayed on the screen. Now initial A value is 10, then it's a post decremented means what's the A value? What's the A value? A value is 9. 9 will be 10. 9 will be displayed on the screen. Initially A value is 10, decremented means it will get the value of 9 will be displayed. As it is 12, B value is same. Value is 12 will be displayed on the screen. And this is what you have to remember. I will repeat once again. First 10 minus 12. 10 minus 12, C value is -2 will be displayed on the screen. This is the post decrement. So after the operation, it will decrement the value by 1. That's the reason A value is 9 will be displayed on the screen. And what's the B value here? B values as it is 12 will be displayed on the screen. This is the answer for this question. We'll go with the next question of the C. This is the pointer concept. So int a is equal to 10. This is single pointer, and this is double pointer, and this is the triple pointer. And here B holds the address of A, and the C holds the address of B, and D holds the address of C. Here we are trying to display the values A, B, then C, then D. And these are the some of the following options. Address of A and B and C and D will be displayed on the screen, or else 10, 10, 10, 10, 4 times that will be displayed on the screen. Third option is compile time error, and fourth option is a runtime error. So before that, you have to remember the diagram, guys. And this is the A, then A value is 10, that will be stored in an address called 1000. And this is the integer, it's increment 4 byte, integer holds the 4 bytes, address will be incremented by 4. This is 1004. Next one, this is the B pointer, this the holds the address of the A. This is an address of the A. The B holds the address of an A 1000. Again, you can consider the C, and C holds the address of the B. Address of the B is nothing but 1004. Again, take an example of D. The D holds the address of C. Address of C is 1008. 1008 will be stored on the screen. And first, initially A holds the value of 10, that will be stored in address 1000. And here the B holds the address of A is nothing but the 1000, and C holds the address of B is nothing but the 1004, and D holds the address of C, means it holds the address of 1008. And if you are trying to print the value, what's the A value? A value is absolutely 10, and B means is the pointer concept, correct? Single pointer. B holds the address of the 1000. Then in that 1000 you have to take the value. Why? Because asterisk means you have to take the value in this address. Which one? What's the value stored over here? It will store the value of 10. 10 will be displayed on the screen. In the same way, this is the double pointer. C holds the address of the 1004. In this 1004, 1000 is there, again double pointer. In this 1000 you need to fetch the value of 10. And here is also D holds the address of C. In the it will go for the 1008. This is a triple pointer, again it will go for the 1004. Again in this it will go for the 1000. So here you will get the value of 10. This is the complete concept of single pointer, double pointer, as well as the triple pointer concept. We'll go for the practical execution. First, if you are trying to run this code, 4 times 10 will be displayed on the screen. Suppose if I want to take the address, I've been only concentrating on the address of A, address of B, address of C, as well as the address of D. Now, if you are trying to run, see, these are the address that will be displayed. The integer holds 4 bytes, 36, 40, 44, 48. So this is the address of A, then this is the address of B, and this is an address of C, and this is an address of D will be displayed on the screen. So after that, if you are only focusing on only A, B, C, D like this, if you are trying to run, see, what's the A value? A value is absolutely 10. What's the B here? B holds the address of a A. Address of A is 48. Then if you go for the C, and C holds the address of B, that will be displayed on the screen. And what is the D? D holds the address of C. The address of C is 740 will be displayed on the screen. But if you go with the pointer implementation completely like this, so definitely it will display the value for 10 four times. That will be displayed on the screen. This is what the complete explanation of this code. We'll go for the last question. This is the question int main, and we are this is a user defined function. We are calling this user defined function two times, and here completely implementation of the storage class concept is auto register static as well as the extern int d is equal to 0, auto int a is equal to 0, register int b is equal to 0, and static int c is equal to 0, and d again we are reassigning to the 0 to the D. Here we are performing the increment operation for all respective variable called A and the B, C as well as the D. After that we are trying to print. So execution of the program begin from the main. First we are calling this function, and updated values A, B and C will be displayed on the screen. Again control moving back to the same function. Again we are trying to call the same function second time. Now predict the output of this code. The first one is 4 times A will of 1 will be displayed. After that 1 1 2 1 will be displayed, and this is 4 times 1, again 4 times 1 will be displayed, and the third option 4 times 1 will be displayed, and the next one 2 2 2 2 2 will be displayed on the screen for the second call. And the first call again 1 1 1 1 4 time will be displayed. For the second call 1 1 2 2 will be displayed on the screen. These are all the sum of an option, and we'll go for the practical implementation of this code. And this is the code. Now if you are trying to run this code, this is what an exact answer, guys, you will get it. And first when you are calling this function call, and auto int a is equal to 0, b value is 0 and c value is 0, here is also 0, again we are reassigning to the 0, and gets incremented by 1, a, b, then c, d. Absolutely a value is 1, b value is 1, c value is 1 as well as d value is 1 will be displayed on the screen. After that control reaches the same position, again when you are calling the function once again if you are called over here, and auto again it will reassign to the 0, and register also reassign to the 0, and static variable holds the value even after the function execution is over also. Why? Because when this is static variable retains the incremented value here. So why? Because the initial value is 0, then incremented by 1, again it's going back to the function, again when you're calling also it will holds the incremented value. What I did here, what initial value is 1, again when I perform the increment over here it's become the 2. Okay, it becomes the 2, the 2 will be displayed on the screen, and here is as it is auto. Again when you are going back, again if it's coming back it will reassign to the original value of a, again it will reassign to the original value of a. And here static variable retains the value even after the function executions also. When the control is moving out, again when you are trying to call this function, it holds the incremented value of c. It will holds the incremented, but these variable a as well as the b, it never holds the incremented value. And what will happen extern, we call it as a global variable also. What we did here, after we are reinitializing to the 0 over here. So here you need to focus on only static variable. Static variable retains the value even after the multiple functions calls also. It retains this incremented value. So that is the reason its incremented value will be displayed on the screen. Suppose if you consider extern over here, suppose if I comment d over here, if I comment d over here, so now if you are trying to run this code, see here, extern is treated as a global variable. Here is also it retains the value. First it will increment by 1. Okay, for the next function call it's incremented by 1, it's totally 2 will be displayed on the screen. So initially what I did here, it's increment also. Again, we are reinitializing to the 0 for the second function call also. We are reinitializing to the 0. So that's the reason incremented value, it's never be displayed on the screen. So that is the reason it reassigned to the 0, again incremented by 1, 1 will be displayed on the screen. Here you need to focus on the static variable. Static variable retains the value. Once it gets incremented by 1, its becomes C value is 1 will be displayed. After that it will reaching to the same position. Once again, if you call the same function, it will retains the old value. What is the old value incremented? 1. After that, again will perform the incrementation, again 2 will be displayed on the screen. So if you want, once again, if you want to call one more time, again it's in holds the incremented value static variable. See here, just observe 3 will be displayed on the screen. And this is all about the questions which is appears on the placement preparation exam. Okay guys, kindly practice well. See you in my next session.